There was a chill in the air tonight. October high school football, absolutely nothing better. It is officially week 8 in the Susquehanna Valley. After tonight, just 2 more weeks till a big playoff push. Welcome into Football Friday. I'm Bethany Miller.
And I'm Jacob Hall. In the York Adams League, the last time we had 2 7-0 square off was 2020. We have a marquee matchup at West York tonight in the Lancaster-Lebanon League. The Buckskins' unbeaten regular season win streak is on the line, and in the Mid-Penn, key conference races heating up as teams look to cement their spot in the playoffs.
But let's get right to the action. Our game of the week, the Colonials have won the last 5 matchups against the Bulldogs, dating all the way back to 2020. West York, though, 7-0 for the first time since 2012. Colonials get the ball to start this game. Luke Fry hits the air, finds Tanner Houck on the other end for the first down. Look at the catch. Of course, brother of national champion Florida Gator Thomas
Athletic family.
Houck. Champions everywhere. New Oxford marches downfield. Fry comfortable in the pocket. Big throw here. It's a jump ball. Brody Holmes, Tavon Thomas fighting for it. Take another look at that catch. Refs would have to talk it through, but they finally have the call. It's a touchdown for New Oxford. Brody Holmes, huge play, makes it 7-0 Colonials. West York's Ron Miller trying to get his team going. It's 7-0, still nearing the end of the first half. We're less than a minute to go. 4th and 15 for Jensen Ferber. Right on the money to Tavon Thomas for the first down. Clutch. Bulldogs, though, in the red zone. Now, they wouldn't go for it on 4th down. Instead, they would go to kick the field goal. Fortunately, this one is wide right. So 7-0 is still your halftime score. But thanks to our friends over at Sports Shooting Stars, we have the game-winning touchdown here. Be Brody Holmes' 66-yard run, less than 6 minutes to go in regulation. Holmes would be responsible for both touchdowns on the night. New Oxford, unbeaten. West York delivered their first loss of the season. The final, 14-7.
Now to Division I League play. Spring Grove comes in on a 2-game win streak, while York High got a big win over Dallastown in Week 7, third quarter. York High's Najee still hits the air. Jay Sean Matt, it's a 59-yard score. Nobody's catching him. The 2-point conversion was good. 28-26 Bearcats. Third quarter, Spring Grove on offense. Jordan Eisenhart, he runs it in for a touchdown, goes a couple different directions. Great play. The PAT, however, no good. 28-32, but back and forth we go. Fourth quarter, Davis bomb to Eisenhart. Again, he makes the defender miss, makes a cut there, and then breaks another tackle, goes down the sideline.
Wow.
And he is in the end zone. An incredible play. He's all over the place tonight. The PAT was good. Rockets up 39-28, but fourth quarter, Najee still doing work from the pocket. This is a wide open Shavane Anderson in the corner of the end zone. The PAT was no good, but York High, Bethany, they complete the comeback in this one. 42-39 was your final score.
Second huge comeback of the season for the Bearcats. Incredible there. Staying in Division I, Central York has put up over 50 points in each of their league games this year on the road at Redline. We've got a scoreless game midway through the first quarter. Brooklyn Nace hands it off to Legend Johnson. He's going to break through the wall, win a foot race, all the way to the end zone. We've got a 7-0 Central York lead after that score, but Redline would answer 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Mason Platts to Octavius Thompson. Look at that catch right in the end zone. Extra point, no good. Lions trail 7-6. But in the final seconds of the first, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Nace to Legend Johnson again, this time seemingly untouched. He's tough with the rock. Another long touchdown run. Central York goes on to roll Redline 56-18.
So many playmakers on that offense. In a cross-division clash now, Dover on the road. They're paying a visit to Dallastown. The Wildcats trying to break a 2-game losing skid. Second quarter, Dover driving. It's Dallastown's Ace looks with the big INT. The drive stalls, however. Now Eagles, they would get the ball back, but they're stuffed in the backfield here by Dallastown. A great defensive play. This was a defensive battle through and through. Dallastown wins in overtime. Your final score was 6-0, and we had nice statement wins in the York Adams League tonight, Bethany. Now let's travel up Route 30, paying a visit to the LL.
Conestoga Valley on a 19-game regular season win streak, looking to defend their unbeaten status at home tonight, hosting Elizabethtown. We pick it up in the first quarter. Buckskins up 7-0. Elizabethtown with the ball. Trent Kaufman going to bobble the snap. Looks for Prince Ratto. The pass picked up by Conestoga Valley's Cordell Bear, play of the week winner a couple weeks ago. Catches it over the Bears lineman. Very next play, Sawyer Espenshade connects with Connor Fisher over the middle, scores from 32 yards out. Just like that, we have a 14-0 Conestoga Valley lead.
Look at that. Look at that dance.
Okay. I love it. They got everything. E-Town trying to get the momentum back on their side. Sprints Ratto taking the handoff. Makes a cut here. Is going to take it 60 yards to the house. No one's catching him. Bears, though, trail 14-7. But this Conestoga Valley offense went right back to work. On the very next play, Espenshade hits the air again. You know he has an arm. Jaden Conway on the other end. Shoestring grab. Sidesteps the defender. Look at that. All the way to the end zone. 55 yards. Conestoga Valley cruises still unbeaten. 42-7.
Couple Play of the Week nominees potentially. Now in Section 3, the Golden Mules back at home fresh off a big road win over Manheim Central in Week 7 hosting Cocalico. When you think Solanco, you think of their tough running game. Johnny Garcia with the rock. He runs up the middle, bulldozing defenders. And then he's also got some wheels, too. This is a 75-yard house call. The Golden Mules take a 7-0 lead.
Ooh.
And later we go. Solanco back on offense. Quarterback Chase Sensenig. He fumbles the football. Cocalico's Brendan Zimmerman. He recovers it, but the Eagles were not able to capitalize. So Solanco is back at it again. This time, Wesley Bard takes it 60 yards for pay dirt. Going in and out of defenders, crossing field.
Wow.
Gosh, this run game is so tough. That makes it 14-0 Solanco. The Golden Mules roll over Cocalico tonight. The final 38-7 Solanco winners of 7 straight.
They are tough with that run game. Now to Section 3, Warwick hosting Conrad Weiser. The Scouts won last year's matchup 21-7. We pick it up scoreless in the third quarter. Warriors, they're going to give the rock to Heath Schnipke. Finds a cutback lane here, makes a man miss. Look at that, finally taken down inside the Conrad Weiser 30-yard line. A few minutes later, ref get out of the way, ball inside the 10. Schnipke runs over a defender, reaches the end zone. And how about that? In their military uniforms, too. So
Look
tough
good.
there.
Look good.
Celebrating with the student section. Same score in the fourth. Conrad Weiser deep in their own territory. Connor Sellers sets up the screen. Pass tip picked off by Michael Pluta. With a man on his back, is going to take it in for the pick 6. Warwick goes on to win 20-0. They're 7-1.
LL Section 4 play. The Raiders still in the mix for a playoff bid after a big win last week, while the Pioneers have rattled off 5 straight victories. Raiders with the ball. Brinley Donmoyer is picked off by Cole Lopez. LS, they were up 29-7 entering the fourth quarter of this game. Now, the Pioneers are working to put the game away, but a bad snap, a high snap, the ball bouncing everywhere. That gives the ball back to Elko, and the Raiders would eventually get on the scoreboard here. This QB sneak from Don Moyer put Elko, made it 29-14. LS still in front though, but later in the quarter we go. This is still the fourth quarter. LS slams the door shut. A 35-yard touchdown by Brady Cunningham. Lampeter Strasburg led 36-14 after that, and that was your final score. The Pioneers also 7-1.
Got a lot of good teams wrapping up LL action. Undefeated Exeter on the road, a cross-division matchup tonight out at Hempfield. This one was a good one. Buckle up. Black Knights trail by 8 when we pick it up. 30 seconds to go in the third. Derek Catch
the throw
with the arm finds PJ Poole on the other end. Cannot, though, convert the 2 points. We got a touchdown. We got 6. Hempfield trails 22-20. Fast forward, 3 to go in regulation. Poole can do it on both sides of the ball. Picks off Exeter. Jacob, he's going all the way
Nobody's
back.
stopping him.
Look at that. Pick 6 comes at a crucial time. Puts the Black Knights ahead 30-22. 1:21 left in the game. Eagles, though, they're coming back. Jack Hafer to Aiden Dauble. Exeter is within 2 after that touchdown. But Hempfield, look at that goal line stand. They stop the 2-point conversion. Incredible. Oh, my goodness. Black Knights deliver Exeter their first loss of the season. The final 30-28. Wow, do not go anywhere. Football Friday not done yet. We've got highlights from the Mid-Penn Conference on the way.
Plus, a little later, the Nittany Lions back at home tomorrow. We break down the matchup against Northwestern next. A big thank you to the Hempfield cheerleaders for that. We've hit the York Adams and the Lancaster Lebanon League. Now it is time for the Mid-Penn.
And we start off with action with an unbeaten to Mechanicsburg we go now. The Cougars entering this matchup at 7-0, paying a visit out to Cumberland Valley tonight. Harrisburg up 7-3 in the second. Michael Shank Jr. going to throw a pass here toward the end zone. Elias Koch, who else, makes the grab there. Harrisburg up 14-3. Very next play, Cumberland Valley. Huge play here on special teams. Brody Pines is going to catch the kick here, and he is going to go all the way back. They cut the deficit to 4. Harrisburg, though, goes on to win 21-16. Close game.
Now let's go out to Landis Field. Bishop McDevitt, a 5-game win streak entering tonight's matchup against Central Dauphin, and we're tied at 21 in the third. Another big special teams play tonight. Jerome LaRue Jr. returns this kickoff back to the crib. The PAT, however, was no good in this one. Now we have the same score in the third. Bishop McDevitt still leading. Sebastian Williams, we're going to see it right here in just a second after the kick. Sebastian Williams to Ishmael Palmer. Down the sideline here, we're going to see him right there. He wins a foot race to the end zone, a sprint to the end zone. The 2-point conversion this time to Howard Holton Jr. was good. Bishop McDevitt, they outscore Central Dauphin big in the second half to win 48-21.
All right, let's go to Enola now. East Pennsboro hosting the Blue Raiders of Middletown. Cheerleaders on point. We pick it up in the third quarter here. Raiders trailing by a touchdown. Harrison Ortiz is going to change that real quick. Finds Nicholas Zenon taking it 79 yards as he cuts up. Defenders are chasing him all the way down, but we have got a touchdown catch and run. And we have a tie game at 7. Middletown trailing a little bit later, 10-7, but Ortiz to Zenon. The connection electric tonight. This time, Jacob, we got a 58-yard catch and run. Blue Raiders back on top. That is your final. What a play there. What a comeback. Middletown beats East Pennsboro 14-10.
What a player. Now West Perry paying a visit to Trinity for a Mid-Penn Colonial battle. The student section ready for that one. Late second quarter, Shamrocks on the 5-yard line. Mason Boyer to Brandon Harris for the touchdown. The PAT was good. Now West Perry's turn on offense. The Mustangs back to pass. It's intercepted by Trinity. A huge play in the game. The Shamrocks would settle for a field goal, though. Then West Perry back on the offensive side of the ball. Adam Yoder catches the screen pass. He makes plays every week. He's a difference maker, but Trinity goes on to win this game 38-14.
All right, in Camp Hill, the Lions going for their first win of the season tonight, hosting Steel High. Steel High's ball to start this game. It's Caden Cole Stevens throwing a pass to Jay-Sean George. Refuses to go down. Scores to increase the Rulers' lead here. Camp Hill trying to make something happen after another great celebration tonight. AJ Sardar is going to catch this ball here. He's going to cough up the football, though, as he gets touched right to Zach Cooper, who's going to go and run it in for 6. Hey, right place, right time. Lions come up short. Steel High goes on to win 48-20.
And our final game of the night in the Mid-Penn, Keystone Redland trying to end a 2-game losing streak. Shippensburg, they're looking for their 7th straight win. First quarter of this one, Redland quarterback Quinlan Shear back to pass. It's picked off by Shippensburg Drake Eby. He returns it the other way for the pick 6 in this one now. Second quarter, Redland trying to tie it up. Tyson Kirchner punches it in from just a yard out. The Patriots outscore the Greyhounds the rest of the way. Redland wins 23-7. Football Friday. We'll be right back.
affects everybody, within the building. Trust me, we feel the pain. Trust me, we feel it internally, and as much as I'd like to limit the external, they feel that too. So.
We predicted a slow start last week going to the West Coast to face UCLA. Penn State, though, delivered their second straight loss to then winless UCLA. It was tough. They're going into a hostile environment at home tomorrow, hosting 3-2 Northwestern. What do you got, Jacob?
We said that last week. I don't think anybody was expecting that UCLA outcome. Northwestern, they're 21.5-point favorites. I don't think they cover in this one. I think the big thing here is just getting back in the win column, gaining some confidence.
The fans will be hostile tomorrow. That is the understatement of the year. We'll see if Penn State can respond. All right, that is it for Football Friday. Week 8 already. Cannot believe it. For our entire crew, for Jacob Hall, I'm Bethany Miller. Make sure to join us next Friday night for Week 9. Have a good weekend.